Okay guys, so today I'm talking about education again. I kind of came up with this in class today. I was in English, and some stuff that our teacher started talking about kind of really pissed me off. Okay, so I'm gonna start off by talking about how we had a Socratic seminar in English last week, I think, and it was over The Lowest Animal by Mark Twain, and what we there are different ways to do a Socratic seminar, but what our teacher said to do, she did an inside circle and did an outside circle, and she just randomly placed people like as we walked in, saying, "Oh, you sit here, you sit there, you sit there." It's like every other person sat on the inside, and yeah, and like what we did, she gives the question that we're talking about, that we're supposed to be discussing stuff, and put like, what am I trying to say? The people who are on the inner circle, they discussed the topic first, and the people in the outer circle would take notes based on what they're saying, like what you liked or something. And then once we got in the inner circle, we could like go off of what they said, kind of use as a reference if we wanted to. Well, I'm pretty sure other schools do this, but at my school, in our county, they have people come evaluate a teacher twice a year, first semester and then second semester. And so we had some lady from the Board of Education, and we had one of our assistant principals come in there, and like they'd take notes like based on what they thought our teacher did, that was that was good or whatever. Anyways, so they were in there that day when we were doing Socratic seminar, which she didn't get to teach a lot because it was mostly us talking, because that was the point in the debate. But so you guys have all probably heard about Common Core, and in our school, I don't know if all schools have moved to that or not. I know that Tennessee, which is where I am right now, it's slowly but surely going. I think next year is when it's like full force. They're just kind of like introducing it right now. So, the thing about Common Core, people will say, they're trying to tell you that it encourages critical thinking, but it doesn't. Like, for example, I had this, I know I'm going off topic here, but there's a point to this. I'm a junior, so we have to do junior writing assessment. And what they have you do, when I had to take it in February, you had to, they gave you an essay written by some psychologist or whatever, and you had to, write basically summarize the first essay, and you couldn't put opinions in and stuff. That's not critical thinking. They're trying to get you to spit back out the information that they're telling you. And then you had to write a second essay based on this other essay by somebody else that you had to read, and they you had to compare the two in the second essay, and just you couldn't put opinions in there at all. And I remember it was talking about depression and stuff like that, antidepressants, and how they're miracle workers or whatever, and stuff just stupid stuff like that. I don't really remember everything I wrote. I used to know it, but now I don't. Something about I wrote something about how we should legalize marijuana, and I basically bashed Common Core, so I'm probably gonna get an F on that, but I don't care. Anyways, but so yeah, Common Core, they don't want you to think for yourself and all that. So yeah, that's just kind of a little overview of Common Core and really how it's working in our school. So it was a debate. It was a class discussion. But before that, we did a bell ringer. Usually teachers, you do it the first 4 or 5 minutes of class. You just write something, just kind of get your brain going and stuff, and then you're done. And they'll go on with teaching. But what we do, like, she'll give us like a like some kind of news magazine, like Time magazine, or there's some other one that we used that day, and I don't remember the title. But she lets us, like, we look through there, find an article we find interesting, and we write a summary on it. And we have a discussion about it. And that's what we did. And whenever our teacher was talking to the people who evaluated her afterwards, they said, "Oh, you took way too long going over that bell ringer." And it's just, I don't know. I don't think, I mean, I agree with what she did, just letting us talk, because we should be able to, get our opinions out there and get our, our beliefs. We shouldn't just stick with what, other people think. Anyways, and then during the Socratic seminar, we actually got into talking about the topic that we were given about Mark Twain's The Lowest Animal. Like, I was in the outer circle first, and I was watching along with some other people our assistant principal and the lady from the Board of Education, and they laughed at all of anything that the kids said. They laughed at it, and they'd shake their heads, and they'd look at each other and roll their eyes, and it was like, really, you're acting like a child right now? Because they think that, like, we're saying stuff about the government, what we believe about the government, and what we believe about the education system, and how people are being brought up. Because, okay, I'm going to be honest, and people watching who are in my English class, please don't take offense to this, I don't like most of you. Like, that sounds really mean, but it's just, it's so complicated. I'm not going to explain it right now. It's just, I feel like there's tension between me and, like, everybody else in that class, almost everybody else. And I don't like you. It's not that I don't like you because I'm stuck up. It's just, I don't know. It's hard to explain, but, I mean, I feel like we all kind of had the same views in that class, though. Like, we're just kind of all sick of the way society is, and, like, we'll bash on it and talk about how we could change it and stuff, and how we're not being brought up the right way, and we want to change it for the next generation. And they sat there, the evaluators, they sat there and they laughed at the entire thing, thinking that we're just kids, we can't, we don't know what we're talking about, and that they, that they're just so much better, and they're superior to us, because they're like, I think that our principal's like 40 something maybe, and that really, she looked like she was about 80, so just because they're older, they think that they know more, and that we're childish and we're stupid because we see the flaws in the system. So that really pissed me off. That pissed off our teacher because she was telling us about it. And she told us that after her evaluation, they told her that she was talking too much, and she never gave us a chance to talk. But she didn't talk at all that class. She sat back and took notes, and we talked because it was our discussion. She never jumped in unless, like, she'd jump in if there was like a long, awkward moment of silence trying to, get something going again. But that's it. Like, she did not talk. And they told her that she talked too much. But before, they said that we talked too much and she needed to get on with class. And oh my god. Yeah, that's what I have right now for education. So yeah. I don't know if that's what everybody's doing. I don't know if it's like throughout America, if it's throughout Tennessee, Sumner County. I don't know. I don't know if it's just our administration, if they're just total douchebags. But that just really pissed me off, and that's our school system.